Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video we are going ploughing the day after the ploughing. I am a bit hoarse, quite tired. We're just backing in here to the 4 for a reversible, put it on, and we're going to go start ploughing for winter barley. So anyways, then we put on. So something you may see there, I have a contraption put on. It got dropped down to me to have a play with, see what I thought of it. So it's for moving in and out the lift arms. That is the 4 on. So we'll go over to the workshop now, pump a tyre, stick a lock of grease in the grease points on the plough, and we're ready to go. And yes, I did make a bit of a mistake when I was putting on the plough. As you would have seen, I had the drawbar was on and it wasn't ploughing to put on. Then I realised the drawbar was in the way, so I have the drawbar taken out, as you can see. So yeah, should take it out before I start putting it on, but how and ever we'll be on and try and get a bit of ploughing done. So we're ready to go now. Head to the field now and we'll go get a bit of ploughing done. It's taking me a bit longer than I was planning on to get going, but what can you do? But we're all greased up, we're all ready to go, tyres pumped, we're all good. The one thing I'm missing, well, I'm actually missing 2 of them, and where I'm going now could make it, might not be the tastiest job, but got a lot of dirt there to make it a tasty job anyways. But I'm missing 2 of my trash boards off the plough. I thought we had got to replace them, and I cannot find them, so they may not have been got, so I'll have to get Father Phil to order 2, but they're on the very 2 last for us, top and bottom. It's missing the trash board, which means it's not going to bury what I'm going to be, the trash, the weeds is growing above the ground. I'll show you when I go up there. That's what I'm missing. We need to get the ground ploughed, so I'm not going to go and say, I can't plough now because I'm missing the board. All it is just not going to be that as tasty as it could be without them boards. It still has the skimmer points, so it is still going to cut the edge of the fur and throw a bit of stuff over. It's just not going to throw the whole lot. It's still plough. Maybe not just as good as it should. But anyways, we'll get onto the field. Not that we've too far to go anyways. So before we start, just want to show you what we're going to be ploughing. Now, that is our gorilla rape. That's going to be grazed. Now, maybe we should have grazed where we're ploughing, which is this now, or before we ploughed it, but we're not going to get the time. But this side of the field, there'll be a wire go up, this will be grazed, and then this will be going into fodder beat next, roughly about 6 acres. And then there's about 9 acres this side we're going to plough now, and it's going for winter barley. As you can see, we have dirt. So we have, I think this is mayweed. There's a good bit of charlock in it. So all them yellow flowers are charlock. That's a bit of charlock there. So it's like oilseed rape or it's a brassica plant. There's a few volunteers, bit of meadowgrass, but it's mostly, as you can see, it's this. I think it's mayweed. I think that's what it's called. And then there's some the purple flowers there. I can't just think of what they're called, but that's what's in this. So when we went to sow the rape, we disked the whole field and brought on this flush of weeds. So our 2 options were plough it or spray it off, harrow it and sow it. My father doesn't really want to spray it off. The cost of spraying it off is one thing, so we think we'll just go plough it, harrow it. It'll reduce compaction, it'll plough down the dung. We got dung on the rest of this now. Father Phil and Bro got more dung out of the slurry store. They have it fully done now, and they got the rest of the spread, as you can kind of see, and you could smell it if you wanted, but you can see the muck there on the plants. So the field is done now, so it's just time to get ploughed. So hopefully we'll plough this down without too much of it showing above the sods, which could be dodgy enough, but we won't know until we get going. So I'm going to make a start. We're starting this side of the field as I would have started that side last year. So every time you plough a field, you plough it the opposite way. And the reason you do that is if you keep ploughing it starting one side of the field every year, you're one furrow at a time moving the topsoil across the field. But yeah, so we're going to make a start at this, get the plough set up as that, change a few little things and see how it goes. You can see they're the trash boards there, so you skimmer point trash board, and I'm missing the trash boards in the back too. So we're going to see what kind of amount of dirt weeds is showing above the clay. It could be a fair bit, so we may have to still go with Roundup, we may not, it all depends, but hopefully our pre-emergent spray should catch that. But anyways, I better start ploughing and stop talking because I didn't exactly go on as well as I would have liked to get started. But anyways, can't have it every way. So we're ploughing away here. As you can tell, it's not straight because I just followed the edge of the rape, which wasn't straight. It doesn't match with the other end of the field. And I'm not match ploughing. I'm never going to make a professional match plougher. I'm just getting sods turned and the field ploughed. That's all I'm interested in. I'm going to start messing, trying to straighten it and all that crap. Not ploughing too bad there. This side of the furrow, or the plough, everything matches very nice. It matches well with the last furrow. Turn it over and it doesn't seem to match at all, as you can tell by that one. I've done a heck of a lot of messing trying to change this and change that and extend the board out at the back, and I just can't hack it. But look at, it's getting the sods turned, and the big thing that I'm very happy with at the minute, there's very little greenery coming in that. There's very little greenery showing up where I'm ploughing, which is exactly what I want to see. Exactly what I wanted to see. Even my back furrow without the transport, it's still doing a good enough of a job, and it's burying all the dirt and the weeds. It's lovely. And you could nearly go as far as say this is a cover crop we unintentionally sowed in the field, so it would be interesting enough to see the likes of that. Has it any benefit on the ground growing that for I don't know how long, 8 weeks? I think that is the tram line there, so we'll lift the plough at the tram line, and then that'll be leaving a nice big headland. I'm ploughing it, leaving one run of the sprayer on the headland, not too bad. So yeah, but I am quite happy with how well that is burying the trash. Back down we go. So, just gonna go for the dinner there, or tea there now. So getting on there, lovely now. So, I would have had the drone up, I didn't have the remote controller for the drone charged, so I'm not gonna get the drone up this evening. Hopefully tomorrow, as we'll film ploughing again tomorrow. Not just ploughing down the Charlocks, that's them yellow flowers, that plant. That's not just going down into the ground as well as I'd like. We'll see what it's like when we harrow it. And we will be going pre-emergent spray anyways. I would imagine that'd be Father Phil's plan, so that should kill all them, because the ploughing of the plant should disturb the majority of them enough to actually kill them and not regrow. It just kind of depends on how much comes. Yeah, it's just a 6 1/2 of a dozen of butter. Lovely straight banana ploughing. And I'm gonna go get some food and might come back up and do another bit for the night. But yeah, getting on the finest there now. Another 2 hours should nearly knock it over. So next day, just gonna go ploughing. Just back from picking up the tractor and the butterfly mowers from the ploughing championships, and it took me from Rahaneska back to Longford, which is 104 kilometers. It took me 2 hours, and I had the maths and now I forgot how. In 2 hours and 12 and 13 in 25 minutes. 2 hours and 25 minutes. I made good time, so I did. there's this beanie too. We have to find somewhere to push them that's out of the way so we can let that green up for the pumpkin patch so we can put them back there. But yeah, so anyways, we'll be on and we'll get back, get another bit of ploughing done. So Liv is just after bringing me out dinner in a celebrations tub. Huh? Happy days. And it is beef stew or mince stew. Anyways, I get this into me and I keep ploughing. So I'm going away this evening and I want to make sure I get to this other bit that we sowed the leafy turnip and the fodder rape to show you how that cover crop done. But yeah, just eat this and keep on ploughing. These old beech trees here, we've been plowing around them for so long now. We get right up beside them. Roots don't give us any trouble. They are old trees. Just there in the first headland now, so again plow up to the rape, but we're just following the old furrow from last year's here, so we're leaving the furrow out there, well trying not to leave as much of furrow out there. And then could have done with the cattle grazing this as they got rid of that heavy grass there. It's just not fit to plow it. There's too much of a sward there. Anyways, dipping away there nicely. We're down to the last headland, but unfortunately I have run out of time. It's time for me to head on. I have other places to be, so yeah, I'm not going to get this finished. But my sister Jessica, who you may remember from, yeah, she hasn't really been in a video in a while because she's moved on from the farm, has her own job and whatnot, but she's coming back tomorrow. She comes back at the weekends and she's going to be going ploughing tomorrow to get the next field ploughed that we have all ploughed and ready to sow for next week. We're going to be it on and we'll pick it up again Monday and see how my sister has got on and see what the cover crop is like where we sowed it in Coal Hill. That's where she's ploughing. So we'll let you know how that goes. But anyways, I better be on because Liv isn't going to be too impressed with me. So it is Monday. We're with Bro, teaching him how to plough, give him a crash course. So Jessica didn't get a lot done, but yeah, there's a lot more to field to do. But the main thing is our cover crop. Yes, it is a bit patchy, but where it grew, it has grown exceptionally well. We're actually, for up until we come up to start ploughing this, we weren't very happy with the cover crop. It did not look great. But what's happened since then, not so much of a turn, bro. You only need to just slightly turn, otherwise you go put pressure on the plough or you could hop out with a furrow. So it never looked very well, but I think a lot of that was the plants, and we haven't been up in 2-3 weeks. The plants were below the level of the straw and it didn't look great across the field. But it's coming up not too bad. It is a bit patchy here and there, and it's not bad now for the grass harrow. The amount of effort was put in with the grass harrow and the cost of using the grass harrow, it's not too bad. It isn't a very look, it is patchy in some parts, and in other parts it's perfect. And well, I'll kind of show you a bit more at a few things we're looking at when we're using it, would this affect it, would that affect it. But one of the big things that we did see was anywhere where it got a second harrowing. So the bit on the top of the headland where I done my ups and downs, and then I would have marked out the headland where it overlapped, was very good. I done a couple of extra runs when I finished off just to see what making a difference, and you could see where them runs were, made a big difference. So little things like that seem to have made a difference. But it is, look, for the effort that was in it, it ain't too bad. So it is, it's not too bad at all. So one of the big things that we are pretty sure affected it was we sowed in on the Sunday before the big August heat wave, and what would have happened there was we'd have had plants had a germinate had come up and then probably run out of steam and died. So that could be responsible for some of the patchiness. And then we seen there was so many plants come up, and then after a week or a week and a half, 2 weeks, whatever it was, once the next rain hit, then there was this huge flush of new plants come. So it did come up in 2 stages. So right, keep going, bro, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Now flick, now turn, now push the lever, push the middle lever, don't keep driving, push the middle lever, give it a push, plow turns, now line yourself up back down. And one of the big things, now we're this side end of the headland, so one of the things that I got a few comments with the amount of straw that was piling up in the grass harrow, people were saying, well, that not just pull all the seed to either end of the field, leave nothing in the middle. If that was the case, every other run should be very thick, but it's not. You can see to the line where it got the second harrow on. Right, drop it, throttle, make sure that's down, yep. So you can see to the line there where I got the extra run on the headland, but you can't see this big deluge of plants here, and then miss a bit, then plants, then miss a bit, then plants. So to me that says, and like the headland isn't that like mad ahead of areas in the middle of the field like that. So that does tell me that the seed did not get trapped in the straw that was dragging up and down, that them seeds fell through. Now if it was grass seeds or other kinds of seeds, maybe that would be a problem, but because the turnip, the leafy turnip and the fodder rapeseed is just small little pellets, they were able to fall through. So I don't think that was any issue at all. All in all, it's not the best crop, but we are actually quite happy with it for the amount of effort was put into it. It ain't too bad. Now, is there things we could do differently? We were, right, you can lift that plow a bit, bro. It's going a little bit too deep. Is there things we could do differently? We were talking about taking out every other spring tine, which should maybe allow more straw to flow through the harrow. But the flip side of that is it's going to put more weight onto each individual spring, which could cause more of them to snap. So I didn't have any snap, but it could throw the tide. So do you put a heavier, thicker tine on it if it can be got? These are all questions. Will it work, won't it work? The big thing, you can see the difference between the establishment here and the establishment of the gorilla rape at home, and that is purely down to the amount of effort, you could say, put in. As we used the harrow at home, we put out pigsty, you know, we fed the crop, we've done a good job. Whereas up here we just run the grass harrow on it to see. Now bro, as you pass the tree now, you need to lift. No, not with that, you need to lift with this, because you get caught in the roots. So you just want to teeter along the top, and then when you get by, you let it down again, otherwise you get caught in the roots. And you'll know when you get caught in the roots, because this will stop you and it could pull a fur off. Anyways, I think I have rambled on for long enough.
A bit too long.
Yeah, so I'm going to have a little look when we finish up. I think I've covered everything about the cover crop. You didn't go back far enough, bro. You need to be able to do it in 3 turns. It's forward, back, forward. That's it. You need to have it down to 3 turns. Well, forward, back, forward, and you're in the furrow. I
apologise for being so new at this.
I know, but
also, there's a giant body.
Yeah, but that's, come on, keep going. Good, bro, another bit. And yeah, I'll probably be back here plowing later on, but that is the story with her cover crop as well. You can see our cover crop here. What's the difference? This must be leafy turnip, is it?
That's the leafy turnip, it's tall.
This one?
Yeah.
And then this, that's your fodder rape, is it?
There's your leafy turnip. See?
Ah, and there's your turnip.
Yeah, it's the leafy turnip.
It's the leafy turnip, yeah.
The leafy turnip.
So it's called. But you can see the difference between the larger plants, smaller plants, and even come out here, and here's still some of the seeds coming up.
Yeah, it was just the weather.
Yeah, just too dry that week we sowed
But
it.
it's done quite well. I didn't expect it to do as well.
Yeah, no, I did.
Patchy.
It is a bit patchy, but for the effort that was put in,
Something that'll improve
feed the worms.
Feed the worms.
Feed the
yeah,
worms.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, feeding
If
old
you
worms.
get your soil right, everything else falls into place
Yeah.
so easy.
Well, it's just one of the biggest pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah, so the soil. You must have the soil right.
But anyways,
There's your worm, look. There's your little worm doing his job, look.
oh, that's a big worm, that one.
That's actually a very big worm. Look, that's the health. That's the whole health of the whole soil.
Yeah.
To keep them boys fed.
Feed the worms. Anyways, we're going to be on and get another bit done. And yeah, so I forgot to pull out the camera while we were in the Jeep, back just after having the dinner. And yeah, to kind of sum up the video with a cover crop. So the first bit we ploughed, that ploughed up very well. Interesting to see just the amount of weeds that grow. The other bit we done with the brassica mix cover crop, we're happy with, for the effort that went in, for the dry weather it got. Didn't get the best start. We're quite happy with how it went. If we had had a wet week, it would have done better. You know, there's just all them things. It was interesting to see, and probably could do with maybe using something different. It's just one of them things. It's very hard to know. That's how you learn whether these things work or not. You have to try them. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Anyways, if you have any comments, any questions like that, as always, leave them in the comments down below. I'm going to leave it there for today's video. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That's it from me. Good luck.